Night 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs certainly didn't disappoint, with 3 out of the first 4 games decided by 1 goal, including 2 overtimes. If the rest of the playoffs is like this, we're in for a treat this postseason. All of these series started out strong, but the one that's caught my eye the most so far is the Dallas Stars and the Minnesota Wild. These two squads are clearly built for playoff hockey, and the fact that Game 1 had to be decided in double overtime shows you just how close these teams are and why it'll likely be a series that goes 6 or 7 games. The Wild got on the board first with a nice power play redirection from Kirill Kaprizov late in the first. The Stars would answer in the second period, adding 2 power play goals of their own, the first off of a rip from Rope Hintz at the top of the circle, and then a perfectly placed low wrister from superstar Jason Robertson to give Dallas the lead. This game was already a very physical one based on the nature of both teams, but after a huge hit from Matt Dumba and Joe Pavelski midway through the second, things would heat up even more. This was clearly a borderline dirty hit, Dumba catching Pavelski a bit high and late, and the refs originally gave Dumba a 5-minute major. However, after a review of the hit, the major was changed to a 2-minute minor, and after Max Domi took exception to the hit and stuck up for his teammate, the teams would end up playing 4-on-4 after the madness. Although you could argue whether or not Dumba is a dirty player, it's tough to say whether this hit deserved a 5-minute major, and if it's worthy of a suspension or not. It also sucks because not only is Joe Pavelski one of the Stars' best players, but he was also injured in a similar situation back in 2019 playing for the Sharks. I really hope he's okay and can come back at some point in the playoffs if it's not a super serious injury. But it's going to make things extra difficult for the Stars if he can't come back, especially after dropping Game 1 at home. After this, Sam Steele would tie the game on a beautiful breakaway finish for Minnesota, and after a hard-fought third period, the game would need overtime. Both netminders made incredible saves in the overtime periods, Ottinger ending the game with 45 total and Gustafsson with 51. But after Dallas had some unreal chances and couldn't quite capitalize, thanks to some good fortune and also a few 10-bell saves by Gus, the Wild ended up getting a huge break off an unlucky turnover where Ryan Hartman found himself one-on-one with Ottinger and stuffed home the GWG for the Game 1 dub. I'm super excited to see how the rest of the series plays out. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments on the Dumba hit, this young goaltending matchup, and who you think will come out on top when it's all said and done.